Look at the animal closest to you right now. Your dog on the couch. Your cat ignoring you with real commitment. Whatever it is, it's watching you, and it has no idea what you are. To your dog, are you family? To your cat, are you staff? To the bird outside your window, are you a threat? Every animal that has ever loved you, feared you, or curled up against you was staring at a complete mystery. You. Here's the thing. The real question isn't whether animals know we're human. They can't. The question is stranger than that. What do they turn us into instead? But to get there, you need one rule about animal minds. No animal has a box in its head labeled human. They never needed one. So when you walk into their world, they don't invent a new category for you. They reach for one they already own, and they file you under that. Start with the dog. To your dog, you are family, and not in a greeting card way, in a chemical one. In 2015, researchers measured a hormone called oxytocin. It's the same molecule that floods a new parent holding a baby. When a dog gazes into its owner's eyes, oxytocin rises, in the dog and in the human, a loop. The exact loop that bonds a mother to her child. Wolves don't do this. Dogs evolved it and pointed it straight at us. A dog can follow your pointing finger to hidden food, something even our closest ape relatives are worse at. So, to your dog, you were never really an owner. You're a parent it never stopped needing. Now the cat. You've heard the line. Your cat thinks you're a big, clumsy, slightly dim cat. That actually comes from one of the world's leading cat scientists, John Bradshaw. His idea is that cats never developed a separate way of treating us. The tail in the air, the rubbing, the slow grooming, that's exactly what cats do to other cats they trust. They know you're bigger. They just don't seem to think you're a different animal. But here's the catch. The memes get the next part wrong. People love to say cats don't care, that you're just staff who works the can opener. Not true. When scientists ran the same test we use on human babies, about 2/3 of cats showed secure attachment, the same share as human infants. They miss you when you go. They use you as their safe place. So your cat isn't aloof because it doesn't care. It might just think you're family, the kind it never has to impress. Now think about a duckling. The first thing a newborn duckling sees moving, it decides is mom, forever. In the right window, that role can be filled by a dog, a watering can, or a man in rubber boots. The famous case is Konrad Lorenz, trailed everywhere by a line of geese convinced he had hatched them. There's no undo button. You just happen to be standing there, and now you are its entire idea of a parent. And some animals don't stop at parent. Take a parrot. In the wild, many parrots mate for life and live glued to their flock. Bring one into your living room, and you become the flock. Sometimes you become the mate. A bonded parrot will groom you, guard you, even try to feed you by bringing up its dinner, which is, romantically, a courtship gift. So if your parrot screams the second you leave the room, it isn't being dramatic. By its own logic, its partner just walked out. So far, every animal here loves you, but step out your front door and the whole thing flips. To the deer in the field, you're not family, you're not a clumsy cat, you're a predator. 2 eyes facing forward, moving with purpose, the exact shape a prey animal is built to run from. Same body, same you, opposite meaning. To a wild bird, your open hand isn't a kindness, it's a hawk. The animals in your home trust you because they were raised to slot you into safe. The ones outside never got that memo. And here's where it gets stranger. Because the wild doesn't just fear you. Some of it is studying you. Think about the crows. To a crow, you are a face in a file. In 2006, a scientist named John Marsluff put on a rubber mask, trapped 7 crows, tagged them, and let them go. From then on, anyone who wore that mask got screamed at, mobbed. And here's the part that should get you. The crows that were never trapped learned to hate the mask too. The babies, the neighbors. The grudge spread through the flock like gossip, handed down to chicks that had never seen the mask. They kept that face flagged for up to 17 years. To a crow, you're not a person. You're an entry in a list it shares with its whole family, safe or dangerous, and it tells the others, now go further out, past fur, past feathers, into the water. The octopus is about as alien as a mind on Earth gets. The last ancestor we shared with it crawled around over 500 million years ago. It has 3 hearts, blue blood, and most of its nerve cells in its arms. By every rule, it shouldn't see you as anyone in particular, except it does. In a Seattle aquarium, keepers ran a test. One person always fed the octopuses. Another poked them with a bristly stick. 2 weeks later, the octopuses welcomed the nice one and shrank from the mean one. even though both wore identical uniforms, and some go further. There are octopuses that picked one human they disliked, for no reason anyone could find, and soaked them with water every time they walked past. To an octopus, you aren't family, you're a specific individual it has an opinion about. Watched and judged, from inside a tank, and it isn't only the clever, suspicious animals taking notes. Even the gentle ones read you closer than you think. Take a horse, a prey animal whose whole mind is built to spot a threat before it's too late. So in 2018, researchers showed horses a photograph of a person. For some, the face was smiling. For others, the same face was angry. Hours later, that exact person walked in, now wearing a calm, neutral expression, and the horses remembered. The ones who had seen the angry photo stayed wary. They watched the person with the eye animals used for danger. Their hearts beat faster. Nobody had touched them. Nothing had happened. The horse just looked at your face once, filed your mood, and quietly decided how much you could be trusted. And now, here's the strange part. For an animal truly bonded to you, parent might not even be big enough. Think about what you actually are to your dog. You make food appear out of nowhere. You control the sun, the warmth, the door, to the whole outside world. You vanish for hours and return like it's nothing. You decide when it eats, where it sleeps, whether it lives. To a creature that can't reason through any of that, you're not a roommate, you're closer to weather. A provider that comes and goes by laws it will never understand. Some scientists have only half-joked that, to a dog, you might be something like a god. It cannot picture a world where you stop existing. It just waits for the sky to open and you to come back. So what do animals think we are? The honest answer is, they don't think we're anything we would recognize. They don't see a human, they see a role. Parent, rival, predator, protector, a face in a file, the shape that fits the hole in their world. The most familiar face a dog will ever know, and it has no word for you, no concept of person. Just a warm, enormous food-bearing mystery it decided, a long time ago, to trust. And the quiet part is this. You look back at them every day, and you don't fully know what they are either. Two minds, inches apart, loving each other across a gap neither one can cross. You just never had to give it a name.